Good morning. Happy Friday.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Thanks so much for joining us today. It has been a very busy week. I hope that you all have had a great week, and I know I'm looking forward to the weekend and this beautiful weather. We're getting a taste of summer here, so happy Friday again. Like I said, it has been a very busy week. Probably our biggest announcement in news, in case you're not aware, is Mrs. Mandy Mills won the Elizabeth Ann Seton Award at the Excellence in Catholic Education Award ceremony on Wednesday evening. She was selected from all of the teachers across the diocese, from Bristol to Virginia Beach. There was a teacher nominated from every school, and Mandy was our representative from BSH, and she was selected for the top award. And we are so thrilled for her, so excited for her, and we'll definitely be continuing to celebrate her over the next couple of weeks and months.
Also, this week is National Police Week, so we do want to say a thank you to all of our law enforcement in our community, but also around the state and around the nation for all that they do for all communities. And in addition to it being National Police Week, this week we actually celebrated Teacher Appreciation Week, which occurred last week. And we were able to spoil our teachers and go around. Some came to campus for us to treat them, and then we went around and surprised teachers, the ones that couldn't come to campus, in to celebrate them, and as well as all of what they do for us every day with our students and our families.
This week as well, we've been working on marketing initiatives for the next couple of weeks and months as we continue to reach out and recruit prospective families and students to our school. On Tuesday, we actually had a filming video shoot for a new school video, and we are excited to have that in process and to launch that in the next couple of weeks. We also have a new COVID-19 response page on our website, which houses all of our newsletters, emails, communications that have gone out since the school closure, as well as other information regarding our continued distance learning and our continued response to the COVID situation. So feel free to check that out on our website and be on the lookout for some new marketing and a video coming in the next couple of weeks.
And probably the most exciting part of this week, and this is one of the reasons we decided to have our telegram on Friday instead of Tuesday, is because this is our seniors' last official instructional week. And so now their instructional journey, they do, although their work is being completed this week, they have until tomorrow to submit at 5 p.m. any work that they still need to get in. But officially, this brings the culmination of their academic and just personal growth time at BSH to an end, which we are very much looking forward to celebrating in June.
So seniors, we are so proud of you. You've got about another 24 hours to finish your work. We know you'll do it. And then you can officially celebrate. But we're so proud and excited for you.
And as we go through, we're going to give you some updates and some things coming up, events that are going to take place between now and the beginning of June. And as we do, if you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask us during this live telegram, for those maybe who haven't been to any of our other telegrams or have been streaming our other telegrams the past couple weeks, you can post in the chat box a question if there's something specific that you would like us to address.
So we've mentioned in our previous week's telegram that we're working on plans for the end of the year. We've had questions regarding picking up things, dropping off work and other things, Chromebooks. So for our K through 11th grade students, more information will be coming about that and will take place the first week of June. We will have scheduled times and days for you to come clean out your lockers, pick up anything you've left, and drop off your Chromebook. For seniors, we are planning a day for you. I believe it's Wednesday, the 27th of May, for you to come and clean out your locker, pick up any belongings, but also to get your yearbook. So it will be a day for you to come within a certain period of time, take care of things that you need to take care of, and to get your yearbooks. And for the rest of our school, we will have yearbooks available for you to pick up that first week of June.
The senior cleanup day, pickup day on that 27th of May is going to run from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so similar to what we've done with distribution days, just to stagger students coming. That week wanted to share that same exact week when we come back from Memorial Day. Amazing to think that Memorial Day is just a week away about. On Tuesday, the 26th, this is now going to be directed to middle school parents and families. On Tuesday, May 26th, we're going to have a virtual parent night for rising sixth grade students. And then on Wednesday, the 27th in the evening, we're going to have another virtual night for rising seventh and rising eighth grade students and for their parents. And more information will come out next week about those meetings. Again, that's just an opportunity for us to share with you some things that are going to go on next year if you have a rising sixth grader, rising seventh grader, or rising eighth grader. And again, that's Tuesday, the 26th will be rising sixth grade students. And then Wednesday, the 27th, will be rising seventh and eighth grade students.
And we'll also hold a night for all rising high school students, which will be that Thursday night. And we'll send out information in a time for that. But same thing, we will provide information about next year, answer any questions you might have. I know we're still trying to get through these next couple of weeks of school, but believe it or not, it's time to prepare for next year. And so we hope these meetings will provide an opportunity for us to get together face to face virtually, and to talk about plans for next year and to get excited for next year.
So to answer the question that's posed, will Mrs. Lively be doing a high school night similar to last year? Yes. She'll be discussing course information, as well as we're going to have some other things going on during both the middle school nights and the high school nights that we'll do virtually, so that we make sure that everybody has information ready to go for next year and answer any questions that you will have at that point. Also during after we come back from the Memorial Day vacation, as Paula mentioned, we're already making plans for next year. Part of those plans are going to be based on your feedback. We are going to issue a survey again after Memorial Day, maybe the week after we get back from Memorial Day, for parents, for students, and for teachers. We would like to gather, now that we're bringing our remote learning to a close after 2 weeks from now for K through 11. We'd like to hear from you again. We'd like to base any plans that we have moving forward on learning from our remote learning experience from our stakeholders. So in the summer, we're going to look through what parents have said, what teachers have said, what students have said, and really think about modifying, enhancing what we've been doing, so that in case, now we are planning to open as normal. There is no information that we're not going to be at this point, that we are going to be coming back. Our plan is we're coming back in August, and that's what we're planning for until we hear otherwise. However, we do want to be very proactive if there is a situation, and maybe coronavirus related, maybe something completely different. If we ever have to go to remote learning again for even a short bit of time, we have our plans in place that we can consider our remote learning 2.0, and we really want to base that on our community's feedback. So again, that'll be a survey issued sometime after Memorial Day, that we hope that as many parents as we can get to take that and give us the feedback, so we can make some really good decisions based on that feedback.
Last week, we also notified our seniors and their families of our plans for graduation for them. We will be holding a virtual graduation on June 6th, which is their scheduled graduation date. And we will also be doing an individual graduation ceremony for each student on Saturday, June 13th. So each student will be invited to come at a certain time with their family members. It obviously, if the restrictions of gathering numbers and gatherings are still there, it will be restricted to 10 or less people. and we will have an opportunity for them to receive their diploma. We will give some remarks, and a teacher will give their senior speech in person. So that will take place on the 13th, and we are thrilled that we can offer this to our seniors. I know it doesn't quite replace having a full traditional graduation ceremony, but we were truly committed to honoring them in a special, personal, true BSH way.
Also, as we wrap up remote learning, K through 11, we have 2 more weeks, so 2 more full weeks. We are definitely getting towards the finish line, and we know that everybody's been working very hard during this time. But we also wanted to share that the week of June 1st, which is also going to be our scheduled pickup day, drop-off day for lower school and upper school, that for upper school is going to be the times of our exams. And we did want to explain that exams are optional and that not all students are going to be taking an exam. Instead, exams are going to be for students who it might help their grade or their overall grade. So teachers are going to be reaching out to those students to invite them to take an exam, which may be more project-based as we are in this remote learning phase. Also, students can opt in to take an exam. So if a student wants to take an exam, but it might not be something that a teacher they're on their list to reach out to invite them. They can do that themselves. And this is also information that we will send out in written form to our community so you understand how exams are going to be approached this year.
So we received a question regarding football training and football practice. We actually met with Coach Brock and Coach Winterroad yesterday, and I know that we're already excited and waiting for Friday Night Lights. Information about practice and training beginning will come from Coach Brock soon. Again, we are waiting on some direction from what life is going to look like after June 10th. Hopefully we'll be back to normal, but there may be some modifications to how athletics will look this summer and in the fall. So Coach Brock and Coach Winterroad will be in touch with you guys very soon. And I know I cannot wait for them to be back at it on the field.
What we've done the past 2 weeks, and we'd like to do now, and again, give people an opportunity if you have further questions, but we've enjoyed putting a spotlight on some things going on with remote learning that to share with our community. I know that there's been people that have been tuning into our social media campaigns and just trying to connect our community with the things that we're continuing to do, just even during this virtual time. But we'd also like to just share some updates of what's going on in early childhood, lower school, and upper school.
Sure. So in early childhood, our students are continuing their Zoom meetings. They actually had a drive-through last Friday, and it was so much fun to see so many of you come and pick up your next packet of work. And we gave mothers a special treat for Mother's Day, and it was just so wonderful to see your smiling faces. We've been making preparations for the Nights of Summer Camp, which will be happening the week after school lets out. And I know we're very excited to see several of you who have signed up. But we're so proud of our 2s, 3s, and our 4 and 5-year-olds for continuing to work at home, for continuing to learn, for popping in on Zoom meetings with your teachers. You all are doing such a wonderful job, so keep it up.
And in lower school, the big news this week was, as Paula mentioned when we first started, was Mrs. Mills and her award winner, being the award winner, the Ann Seton Award, that we're all just so excited about to celebrate her. And we plan to, we definitely want to celebrate her when we're all together. Since it was done virtually, but students as well. What's been fun is the birthday celebrations have continued through this remote learning phase, where our teachers are finding very creative ways to still connect students together on their birthdays. Things like where they'll put in pictures of themselves saying happy birthday to whoever birthday it is, and then putting that out to the whole class so that whoever's birthday it is gets to see all of their friends wishing them a happy birthday. We also got a really fun picture from Mrs. Flowers yesterday where she surprised a student to celebrate their birthday, and the picture is definitely, the distance is there. Mrs. Flowers had her mask, but she had a happy birthday sign. So there's some virtual birthday celebrations happening, some surprise in person, just to say happy birthday. But lower school has definitely not forgotten students' birthdays and making sure to make as big of a deal as we can during this remote learning phase. In upper school, we have some really neat projects that are going on that, again, teachers are adapting and learning new ways to connect with students and through their academics. 10th grade chemistry students, they had a project where they had to put together a Google slide and then write a 10-page paper about their topic that they were doing. So they had to completely learn how to, it was almost like with college presentations where you have poster presentations, but instead Dr. Fraser decided she wanted to use Google Slides for that, and have students create what would have been a poster presentation onto a slide, and then they had a 10-page full paper that they had to submit. So a pretty rigorous project even during remote learning time, but boy, have the students stepped up to the plate for that. We also have AP testing that's been going on this week. In fact, today is AP Art History. So we've been, all students that are taking AP testing, we wish them, we talked about it last week, but we know we've been sending them energy this week, just hoping that it's going smoothly, because even College Board has had to adjust to this virtual time. In English classes, Miss Shelton had a project that she had students complete where they had to choose a book that they identify with, like something that they got out of a book. And what's interesting about this project was it's not just the content. It's not just what the book has, the information from a book. It's really how it impacted students in what they read and maybe some lessons they learned from it, how they've taken that information and they're moving forward with it, which really gets to the heart of how reading can impact you, not just with content, but boy, from just the experience of reading. So a really interesting project to go beyond just getting the content from reading. Another fun spotlight that definitely wanted to shine a light on students in how they're emailing with teachers. Now, this has been a skill that we've been forced into for upper school in particular, where students have had to learn how to communicate in new ways with teachers. And no matter how technology changes, no matter what happens with this virtual world that we're in right now, the written forms of communication are never going away. So the earlier that students can learn how to, for example, craft what I consider a professional email is in their best interest. So we've had students, and in particular, I've had some students, I know Paul has had some students, Mrs. Lively has had some students contact us, and just want to put a shout out to Katie Schieffer and Patrick Davis and other students that have Davis and Chapman that have had to write an email, and the way that they're writing it is they're very professional. They're saying hello to their teacher or whoever they're addressing. Their information is very clear. They're signing off. So parents and families can continue to work with students on how do you address someone in written form when you're asking, you have a request of them. Another student that comes to mind is Madeline Mitchell. Some very professional like emails that, again, this has forced students to have to learn new ways of communicating with people.
I also want to shine a spotlight on the class of 2016. The class of 2016 is a very special class, like all of our others, but you may or may not know that our playground, Flutterfly Park, is named in honor of a member of the class of 2016, Arabella Stewart Brower, who passed away. And it is in honor of her class. And I've been thinking a lot about their class this week because they are graduating from college. And it's so hard to believe that it's been 4 years since they walked the stage in Parker Gym. And last weekend, I had the pleasure and the honor of being a part of one of the students who was a graduate of the class of 2016. I was a part of his graduation celebration on Zoom, and there were over 70 people involved, including his college president. And it was just an honor to be a part of it. and to hear of his accomplishments and the other students in his class where they're going after graduation. And I know it's a really tough time right now for any student graduating, whether it's from high school or college, in this time right now, but you all are more than prepared and you are going to do great things. And I only ask that you don't forget about us here in Powhatan, and that you make sure you come back in 2021 for your 5-year reunion. But we send our congratulations to you all and our blessings to you all, as well as our own class of 2020.
So after we get back, so next week, and thinking about as we transition to after Memorial Day, but next week, be on the lookout. We'll be sending information specifically about the Rising Middle School nights. We're going to have a separate one for 6th grade and then another one for 7th and 8th. The high school night, also exams, and then our pickup drop off day for K through 11, which again is going to fall within June 1st and June 5th. So all of that information, as well as our parent surveys that we want to put out, we'll be doing that towards the end of next week, so that this way we're giving you the information for after Memorial Day, some of the events that are coming up.
So we're in the final stretch. Keep working hard, stick with it, enjoy this wonderful weekend ahead of us. Please continue to reach out when you need support or help or have questions. But there will be a lot more information coming to you, like Mrs. Perry said, in the weeks to come as we prepare for summer and for the fall. But thank you all again for your support.
And congratulations, class of 2020, with finishing your academic portion. And we look forward to celebrating with you virtually on June 6th and then personally on June 13th. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.